Yeah, San Diego State loses, I think, the kid they were going to build around. Elijah Saunders, I thought, had a really good breakout sophomore season, 6'8", defender, rebounder, three-point shooter. Not there yet, average 6 points, 4 rebounds per game, but he was the one they're going to build around. Out of nowhere, he opts out. There's going to be a payday coming. I believe he's going somewhere with one of the former Pac-12 teams. That's a blow because it comes right on the heels of the loss of Lamont Butler, who decided to spend his last year at the University of Kentucky. Now, they have recruited a 6'10" shooting center from Middle Tennessee State, Coleman Johnson. That will help them some, but he's surely not Jaden Ledee. He's not what was before Nathan Mensah. They've gotten him, and this morning they just got Wayne McKinney, transfer gritty guard from the University of San Diego. Nice. He will play his final year at San Diego State, and he'll be the heir apparent probably to Lamont Butler. So we got that, and then we got what's going on in football, and football has really taken a hit. As much as I've tried to sales pitch, this is a dynamic guy in Sean Lewis coming from Colorado with its offense, and I know everything about what he did in the Mid-American Conference at Kent State and Bowling Green and what he learned while he was at Syracuse. They have now lost 41 players since Sean Lewis was hired to replace Brady Hoke in December. Guys are tampering with their players. Kids are walking out without giving them a chance to see what spring ball would be like or what the coming season would be like. He lost 3 running backs in a week, led by their top recruit, Anthony McClellan. He just lost their future kicker, who came in, was here for 15 minutes from Fresno State. He's just filed. They lost a big JUCO linebacker from Ohio, who I thought had great potential at 6'5" as a blitz backer. He was here, couldn't play last year until he got his academic house in order, was here as a number 2 guy in spring. He just left. I mean, they are just really getting smoked. They picked up an offensive tackle from Arizona. They picked up an offensive guard from Middle Tennessee State. They got a transfer running back from Ball State. They got a linebacker from Central Michigan. But we're not getting anybody from these Big Ten schools outside of the kid from Arizona. But they are so deficient in the offensive front, defensive front, and they keep losing players. 41 kids since December 15th.
So again, the transfer portal works in 2 directions. It's a 2-way street. But are a lot of these guys that are leaving, are they star players, starters at San Diego State that are going for a better deal? Or are these guys that were like 3rd stringers and were just disgruntled and decided, I'm out of here, I'm going in the portal?
Well, some guys are 2nd stringers with potential to play the minute there's an injury. Some guys 3rd stringers who have 3 years left, chance to grow, and then wind up taking a position. So there's just an awful lot of kids bailing for a wide variety of reasons, and that to me, it's detrimental to the program. They've lost so much talent. It's unbelievable. And they're not being able to replace the talent because they can't get into the bidding war to get somebody. I mean, they do have a defensive back from UCLA, William Nemo, but they can't get into the bidding to get legitimate stud players to step down and play at the Mountain West Conference level. You can take half the Mid-American Conference, but are they better and they're going to be able to do anything different than the kids you lost? I don't know.
Well, when these other programs have NIL budgets, is it just come from fans that are donating and maybe occasional corporate sponsors? Because it seems San Diego, we got to, and we're not a huge metropolitan area, but we should be able to carry our weight here.
We're not a huge corporate area. That's a big issue.
So that must be it. So maybe like, when you're in the, say, Kentucky Wildcats.
History, tradition.
Yeah, and what corporations are funding those NILs, or are they just the big cigar guys?
There's the big cigar guys with corporate ties, and it's Kentucky basketball, which is not Brady Hoke football.
No. Well, speaking of Kentucky basketball, Lamont Butler went there. But you see how they just signed another point guard from West Virginia?
Yeah, Pope has signed 7 transfers in a week and a half.
So Lamont Butler's going there to get on the big stage. I wonder if he's even going to be playing.
Well, he'll be maybe first man off the bench if he's not the starter. He'll have to earn it, but he's getting payday. And sadly, that's what his father was talking. It was all about this time, payday.
As far as Elijah Saunders goes, it was disappointing to see that. But, he kind of hinted in an Instagram post that we don't see everything that's going on. There's a lot of other issues, and it's not always NIL that drives these kids to transfer. Elijah Saunders is from the Phoenix area. And so if he goes back home to play for Arizona State or Grand Canyon, I mean, why would we shame him? But a lot of these guys are getting a lot of hate on social media.
I wouldn't hate him. It's disappointing. It's disappointing for Dutcher. They got something really good here. Again, you're going to screech at me. I'll say loyalty. I mean, Elijah got better because of Dutcher and coaching direction. And now he's not going to be there to finish the deal. I'm not hating on the kid. We all have different reasons why kids will leave. I do truly understand that, but this is a big blow because he was going to be the man.
Speaking of loyalty, there was a comment in social media someone made that you were calling out teams about loyalty and you're getting on their case about it. And you were wearing a Chargers hoodie, and we were saying loyalty with the Chargers. I mean, it was just kind of funny.
It was loyalty to Justin Herbert.
Okay.
I am the one who said, I hope the quarterback goes 17-0, and I hope the owner goes 0-17. So you know where my sentiment is.
Yeah. I mean, that's a conflict. It never happened. It's a contradiction.
There's counseling for that. I understand.
Yeah, there is.
Okay. We go